First things first, I know some of you are going to be watching this video and asking, well, what the hell is a Walter Mitty? A Walter Mitty is an army term for a liar and a fraud. So it could be either a civilian, a serving soldier, or a veteran who are lying about their service or exploits. And they either do this because they're either mental or they get a kick out of it, or they're using it to cheat women, date gullible, vulnerable, lonely women into giving them money. And this has happened. Now, my own point of view is if they're mentally ill or they're doing it for kicks, expose them, laugh at them, but, don't waste police and CPS and court's time in jailing them, for fuck's sake. There are real criminals out there. But the ones who use that to cheat women out of money, then, jail them. Absolutely. So a civilian Walter Mitty would be someone who never served in the armed forces yet, got their uniform, medals, insignia, equipment, etc. from either eBay or military surplus shops. And they will go to events, parades, special memorials, and just pretend that they were something that they never were. But these people can be identified easily by a soldier's eye, a trained eye, because they'll have their medals in the wrong order. They could be wearing the wrong belt with the wrong uniform. They would have absolutely no idea how to salute or who to salute, and things like this a soldier can pick out. But another civvy would have absolutely no idea. And then we come to the former serving soldier, the veteran, who probably didn't go very far in their career. They were either a private for most of their career, or a lance corporal and a corporal, a low rank, and yet they will tell people they were higher ranks and they went places they never did. And then you have the serving soldier who, like my mate in Aldershot, who when I was dating my girlfriend at the time, didn't realise she was my girlfriend, yet made a beeline for her in Cheeks nightclub in Aldershot. If you remember Cheeks nightclub, then my God, that's another video for another time. But I was dancing with her in this nightclub, then I went to get the drinks, and when I came back, she pointed out this guy who made a beeline for her, who was my mate in the same company. And he told her that he'd just come back from Iraq on special. He was special forces, and he'd lost a couple of mates, and he was drowning his sorrows, and he asked her if she fancied joining him in helping him drowning his sorrows. Of course, he never was in the special forces. He was just a regular rifleman, like myself. But that's sort of like a Walter Mitty, but a funny one. But you get my drift. A Walter Mitty is basically a liar and a fraud. Now, there is a Facebook page, I believe, called the Walter Mitty Hunters Club, and what these people do is they hunt down liars, cheats, frauds who have used the examples I've given you and expose them, and it's quite funny. They do good work. I've been following them for quite some time now, and they have exposed a good number of Walter Mittys, and they've got some great cracking funny stories and videos on their website. So just look up Walter Mitty Hunters Club HQ on Facebook. So now we come to the subject of my video. We're talking about Penny Mordaunt. Did I say her name right? But let's call her Penny Dreadful. All I know about her so far is that she is a globalist, and I'm not a keen fan of globalism. However, she is one of the frontrunners for the Conservative leadership and possible Prime Minister of this country. But it turns out she is also a Walter Mitty. She lied about her time in the Navy. There was a photo doing the rounds of her in a civilian office suit, the types that members of Parliament wear, and she had the submariners dolphin badge on her lapel. And she was never in the submarine service or the silent service. So what you see in front of you now is a portrait of her in I think it's a Royal Marine Commander's uniform, judging by the ranks on her sleeves. And her claim is that she fought in the Royal Navy, and she can use this experience to be party leader and the Prime Minister. When the truth is, she signed up as a Royal Navy reservist in 2010. She was made an honorary commander in 2019 and an honorary captain last year in 2021. And she has never ever served on an operational tour or deployment. And she doesn't fulfill the Royal Navy Reserve's training commitment, nor does she receive a salary. but she was Defence Secretary for 80 odd days before Boris Johnson sacked her in 2019. And she was Armed Forces Minister for nearly a year, 2015 to 2016. So she never saw action. She never worked herself up the ranks. And in reality, she was basically a 5-year reservist sub-lieutenant on a frigate. So why lie about this? I mean, I don't understand it personally. She is a well-known, or now a very well-known public figure going for the top job in the country. And didn't she think that people would be looking this up because she's been outed by a former senior Royal Navy officer? And this officer said she isn't a trained or paid reservist. She was never qualified or being commissioned. She's been banging on the naval drum for days and enough is enough. How she has presented herself and how she has allowed herself to be presented have been deeply misleading. Now, like I said, I understand that people who never served wearing badges, they really shouldn't, can be offensive to people who really did join the armed forces. But if you're using this lie to, try and get a job like Prime Minister, then I think that is indeed criminal. And that alone should make her really unsuitable. Now, I don't give a shit personally who gets the top job because they will all be World Economic Forum puppets. They will be told what to do by their globalist masters. And whoever wins that race, really, the ordinary British public, we lose. And that's a very sad state of affairs. That's my video. What do you think? Who do you want to win the Conservative leadership race and be the next Prime Minister? Or don't you give a shit? And what do you think about Walter Mitty's? Are they committing a crime or not? Should we just laugh at them? Or should they be prosecuted to the full? Let me know in the comments. And that's that. So until my next video, Roger Trout.